Well, welcome back to another episode of 4B Ranch. Today, Journey and I are doing a little fencing project at my place. I have an old windbreak here that is no good. And I'm just going to put a temporary 3-barb wire in front of so we can get some cows in here. Hopefully maybe get that done today with some cows that are either really late or lost a calf that we're going to keep because they're young, even though the cattle market's really high. And it also takes a lot of money to replace cattle. So that's the plan. I'm going to put up a temporary fence here, go around this entire place, and see if we can get some cows out here. This hasn't been grazed. This hasn't been grazed in a handful of years. You can see lots of old stuff. Journey will get lost in all the new growth here. So we're going to see if we can get some fencing done here. Just 3-barb here, and then I might work on trying to get rid of this old windbreak here later this summer when the cows get this stuff cleaned up. So that's the plan. Stay tuned. Just to give you an idea what I'm dealing with here. That's why I'm going to replace, but just temporarily putting up barbed wire here. I only could go to like that second pole, the pole closest to the barn. The pole closest to the barn, the post is all rotted off, so I'm just trying to get something temporary here so calves and cows can't get through these holes. I already got the first wire put up here, and I'll try to get the second one put up and then potentially run a third wire down below. I'm finding a old board here at the bottom. Might just be able to get away with 2. Might have to put in a third. It's extremely humid today. We had just like a 1/4 inch of rain yesterday, but it's making things really steamy outside. So someone, not me, tried to roll in some fecal matter out there, so she's got the hose. She hates baths, so we're traumatized for a little while. I got the second wire put up, decided I only needed 2, and we're gonna go check another pasture and then maybe go try to catch some cows. Well, I made pasture number 2. Somebody still stinks like fecal matter, so somebody's gonna have to get a real bath when we go home tonight. But fixed a couple little things on the way here, and now we'll tool around this pasture. There's a pretty unique thing on this pasture, some farmer ingenuity, rancher ingenuity that I'll show you. That's pretty cool, but hopefully it's not too bad. A creek runs through here, so there'll be a couple bad spots, but if there's too much water, then we'll just have to leave it until it starts to dry up, and hopefully the cows don't mess with it. But so this is what I was talking about. There is a rock. There's a wire that runs from the top all the way down to the bottom, tied to a rock. At one point probably kept this fence low because it's a little bit of a dip here. We're gonna go back up. And so, I don't know, great grandpa, whoever, tied a rock to some wire, and then this is one strand all the way up from here. It's tied to here. Pretty unique thing I always like to look at, and it's held the test of time. This wire is definitely older than I am. Well, this is one of these spots that's bad. There's water, there's a creek that feeds this whole system here, and I don't know if we'll even work on that. But as I was walking back here, a duck flew out and hit me, and she was sitting on a nest. Let's see if I can find the nest here again. Oh yeah, right here. Full of eggs. I stepped right over top of her and she flew out and hit me in the leg. You know, most fences raise hell because of snow. This one in particular, there's a lot of deer traffic that moves through here. This is an old mine, and it was like a gravel pit type mine. And so there's a big draw that runs through the middle. There's natural water, so deer like to hang out in here, move through depending on the crop that's around here. So in the winter time, you know, snow messes with it, then you have deer year round. So I got a big break here. Let's see if I can fix it. The nice part about not having cattle out here till the middle of June is grass gets really long. Bad news is when you go to find broken wires, you got to dig them out of a lot of grass, which I found 2 wires broke here in this corner. If you want some reference of how old some of this wire is, this post is So old it doesn't even have notches. So like, I don't know, these wires I'll have to just jerry rig up, but got spliced into a splice essentially because of how rotted this wire was. Keep watching the channel so I can afford a new wire. We could redo this entire stretch. If you guys don't watch the channel, I guess I'll keep fencing with patches. Patches in the patches. Does anybody have any idea why this one might have broke? Look, a patch into another patch. But it was the good wire that broke, not the old stuff. Right here is where you can see it was an old pit pretty well. There's actually an old rock pile over there that looks like they would have screened for something, but this is before they had to make the land back the way it was. So just kind of a wasteland. It's turned into a pasture for us. Some low spots would have been, you know, dug out and cleaned out, but good spot to run cows and dogs who stink. Well, had a little dinner. Now we're gonna see if we can wrangle up some cattle here. Just need about, I don't know, 10-15 head. Hopefully a few pairs that come in we can put in that pasture we just worked on, and maybe a couple opens to by my place or later stuff. We'll see how it goes. So. Previous episode or video, you'll know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the second kind of group of calves and cows up into the pen. Got a large group up. Really just need one calf that's in front of me. The rest of these calves will probably stay here. There's actually a pair right in front of me that I need. It's not this black cow, it's kind of the grandma cow. She's got kind of a slow limp, but there's a red cow up there by the fence, and then there's a calf right here. Those two are a pair, and I'd love to get them out of here. This old cow can stay here, and then there's a few calves here that can stay here as well. But that's really the one pair I'm trying to get with the second group, so we'll see if this old cow brings them up in there. I ran home and put on a different shirt while I was waiting for these guys to pair up a little. Maybe my shoulders were turning into red lobsters, so always kind of works if you leave for a little while and come back when you're trying to catch pairs, because usually they're laying by each other and you can get lucky. Got lucky with these two, kind of stand by each other, see if I can get them up without causing too much of a havoc. Just like that, got a third pair up here. Got two. I was just getting everything locked up, so I'm gonna deal with these guys. Well, this is one of my cows here. She lost her calf, not really sure why. Watched the calf be born. I tagged it a couple hours later. Next day it was basically strung out, like it never got anything to drink. But it had moved across the pasture with her, so I'm not really sure. Probably gonna give her another opportunity. I think there was something wrong with that calf, because even when we tubed it and stuff, it didn't come around. So we're gonna give her one more shot before she becomes hamburger. But good cow, and easygoing cow, so one more chance to have a calf. Babies, come on, babies. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey. Yeah. Well, thanks for tagging along. Made it to this far in the episode. I really do appreciate it. Got a few pairs out of there. Not really sure what I recorded in there, but brought a couple here to the house, a couple miles west of the farm, and just nice to get a few more miles out of the pasture and into some greener pastures. So thanks, appreciate it. Stay tuned to further episodes throughout the summer. Peace.